I'm going to show you some perfect deliciousness. Oh, hello, old friend. Look at that. Juicy and tender and so perfect. From Rastelli Meats, it's their Reserve Collection. Black Angus prime rib. And it comes along with this seasoned butter. And you're never going to cook an easier prime rib than this one. You're going to slather it with the butter, preheat your oven to a very high temp, pop it in, let it cook for a little while, then turn it off and don't open that oven door. And just let the residual heat of the oven continue cooking your beautiful prime rib. A cooking guide comes along with this, and not Ray Rastelli that you're used to seeing, but his son is joining us live via Skype today to talk to us about this delicious prime rib, Ray Rastelli III. Ray, it's good to have you back, buddy.
Hey, David, thank you for having me back. And you're absolutely right, David. This is going to be the easiest prime rib you've ever cooked, but it's also going to be the best. And the way we cook it, which we're going to show you just in 1 second, is what makes it so simple. But first, David, I always want to start on the raw meat block, right? From a very young kid, my dad kind of taught me, if you don't start with the very best beef from the very beginning, it really doesn't matter what you do to it, right? So we start with the very best corn-fed Black Angus beef, just like you see here. Except what we're going to do for you is we're going to take off all this fat, right? All the fat, all the heavy bone that you would typically get from your butcher or your grocery store. We're going to take all that off, remove it so you don't get it at home, and you just get this perfect piece of meat right here, which is going to be 5 pounds, completely edible from one end to the other of Black Angus prime rib, David, that we aged for 45 days.
Oh, and Ray, I'm sorry, I got away with myself. I was over here just cutting this up, and suddenly it found its way to my mouth. This is amazing. So let's talk about how to prepare these, because it could not be easier and comes with the seasoned butter.
Absolutely, David. So first and foremost, let me put this down. It's going to come with your butter. So you're going to get 1 pound of this Rastelli signature butter, right? And this is going to be enough for you to do many things with it. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that butter, David, and cover the outside of that prime rib from one end to the other, just like you're using, you know, if you were doing it with a cake, right? So you're going to cover it from one end to the other. But also beyond that prime rib and the butter that you're receiving, you're going to get this card here, David, at home that says, "Do not open the oven," right? And the reason we give you that card is because when your guests come over to the house and they're smelling how incredible your house smells from this prime rib cooking, you don't want them to open the oven. The way we tell you to cook this prime rib, cover it with butter from one end to the other. You're going to preheat your oven, right, to 475 degrees. When that oven's preheated, put it on your sheet pan, pop it in the oven at 475 degrees, and let it cook for 30 minutes, right? Once it's reached that 30-minute mark, shut your oven off and don't open it. You're going to leave it sit like that for 2 hours. That's why we give you this card hanging on the door, just like you see here. And 2 hours later, it's going to be ready to go, David. On the back of the card, when you get it at home, it's going to give you, your times for dinner. When's dinner? Is it 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6? And it's going to walk you through 4 easy steps, excuse me, because you're going to want to less as the last one. But 4 easy steps to be able to make this prime rib just like we've done here today. And it could not be simpler than that. So you're going to cook it for 30 minutes, shut the oven off, let it sit for 2 hours, and then pull it out, and you're ready to go, and it's going to look like that each and every time.
Now, Ray, how about we just dress up this platter with some more mushroom gravy? Oh, maybe a little horseradish cream. I don't know. Maybe just a little. And,
that smells.
Oh.
It probably smells terrific there, David, like it does here.
Unbelievable. Hey, I can tell you we have 2 ship weeks. We have 11/7 and 12/5. Now, in 11/7, I have 1,200 remaining. In the 12/5, 2,600 remain. Most popular by far. Let that butter come to room temperature, right, Ray? Because you want it to spread much like cake icing.
Absolutely. So you're going to want to take your prime rib, David. It's going to come to you just like this, right? Vacuum packaged like all of our Rastelli products do. Take it like this. It's already trimmed completely from one end to the other. Put it in your refrigerator about 2 days before you're going to want to cook it. That's going to get it to the perfect kind of chilled from frozen state. Once you've done that, take it out, let it sit on your counter for about 2 hours along with the butter, because the butter comes in that great reserve box, and then let that get to room temperature and just baste the outside. David, just like we've done here, right? This is what it's going to look like. It's really easy. So you're going to just take that butter, coat the outside. You can see this looks like a cake, right? We've kind of covered the outside completely from one end to the other. And once it's ready like this, you're going to take it just that way and pop it in the oven.
Now, it cooks at about 475 for a half an hour?
475 degrees, David, for a half hour. That's exactly right. So after 30 minutes, you're going to want to go ahead and pull that, shut the oven off, right? Just shut the oven off and do not open the door. It's crucial. Do not open that door. Take that card that we give you that says do not open the oven, hang it on that door, and 2 hours later, it's going to look just like this.
Just perfect. And inside a beautiful, I guess, a medium rare, is that right?
It's going to be that perfect kind of medium, David. Medium rare. That's exactly right. That's the way prime rib really should be done. And then obviously, as your guest, if they want to heat it up a little further, they can, pop it back in the oven or put it in the microwave. But really, that perfect medium rare is the way a prime rib should be eaten.
Now, I would also tell you that if you're shopping with a Q card today, you can put that Q card to use and get 6 easy payments on this prime rib. Comes to about 6 payments of $26, so a really perfect way for you to enjoy all the juicy, delicious goodness of a Reserve Collection prime rib from Rastelli. And if you're applying for a Q card today and get approved and make a purchase by the end of the month, we'll put a $60 credit on your QVC membership account. Won't post right away, it'll take a few weeks to appear. But once it does, you're going to have $60 extra to spend any way you like, and you can put it toward the cost of your prime rib, whatever you need. This is what makes this so perfect. Ray, how many servings can we expect to get out of each prime rib?
David, great question. So this is going to serve, we always say about 8 to 12, but I would tell you, I'm slicing it down here, and I still have about a quarter of the way to go, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 large slices, right? So this is a large prime rib. This is a 5-pound prime rib. This is one of the largest sizes that we do here at QVC. This is easily going to feed 8 to 12 people, David.
Well, I have a great big piece of prime rib here that I'm going to plate with some other goodies over here. So let's come right over, up and over, up and over, up and over. Oh, David, come on now, don't drop it. There we are. And then how about some mushroom gravy on top? Sure, maybe a little. Nice medium rare. Look at that. Oh, hello. Hello, old friend. That's what it's all about. 600 of these are now gone. Ray, for people that are just tuning in, talk to us about the Reserve Collection from Rastelli, because that's something very special, and only a select few pieces of beef are labeled Reserve. Is that right?
It is, David. So first and foremost, it's all Black Angus beef. It's only the top 4% of the Black Angus beef available in the country, right? Then from that point, we age it 45 days. Most of our beef is aged between 24 and 28 days. So this is aged for almost twice the amount of time, right? But it's that upper 4% of all Black Angus beef that qualifies it for it to be part of that Reserve Collection, David. We're going to bring it to you as well in this beautiful black box with our Rastelli promise on the side, along with that butter, the seasoning, as well as that prime rib. So whether you want to use this for yourself with the holidays coming up and your family coming over to the house, or you want to send it as a gift, David, you really can't go wrong when you start with this great Black Angus prime rib.
Oh, my word. It is so special and so perfect. And if you're looking to really treat your family to something out of this world, don't miss out on this holiday prime rib. A 5-pound Reserve Black Angus prime rib with the butter. And this butter is seasoned with what, Ray? Can you talk to us about it? I know some of it's probably proprietary, but tell us about the butter itself.
Absolutely, David. So first and foremost, obviously garlic, right? We're Italian. We want to have a lot of that butter herb garlic flavor, a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of thyme, and yes, the rest of it is a secret, but at the end of the day, you're going to absolutely just love it. You can use this on your toast, right? Put it on your prime rib, but there's just so many great things you can do with that butter, because you're going to end up using about, I would say, half, maybe even 3/4 of that for your prime rib, so there's going to be a lot left over. But
Ray,
David, this is what it looks like.
Too big a bite.
It's okay, right? I just took this one out of the oven. We put this one in the oven about 2 hours and 50 minutes ago. So we put it in the oven. It cooked for 30 minutes. This is more rare finished, but look how perfectly red this is, right? That's the way your prime rib should look. You can see all that juice just pouring out of there. But it's, again, all because we start with a Black Angus prime rib, right? Black Angus is synonymous for high quality. There's a reason steakhouses all around the country ask us for Black Angus beef. They know it's consistent, right? Consistently going to be an incredible experience for their guests. So they demand Black Angus first and foremost, but then we take it and we age it. And that's really what sets this beef apart from the rest. It's aged for 45 days to just bring out all those beautiful tones of the meat, and ultimately finish it with butter, and you're ready to go for a great holiday.
I tell you what, when I was home visiting my mother in the summertime, she said to me, well, I'm through with your weight loss, sweetie, but what are you going to have to eat at Christmas? I said, prime rib.
Right.
Prime rib, sign me up. This is a big, big dose of protein, so this is going to be something really fantastic. Don't miss out on this. We're very, very busy, and we're shipping 2 ship weeks. We have 11/7 and 12/5. Remember, if you're using your Q card, anything you buy with your Q card today, you can put on 6 easy payments. Use 6 easy pays, which I think would be a fine time to be thinking about this prime rib. Now, that's about 6 payments of $26 each. So think about using that Q card today as you're making this purchase. Really beautiful, and over 900 now spoken for, Ray, and that means a lot of very happy holiday tables are going to be ready to go.
Yes,
now, in the 11/7 ship weeks, I have fewer than 1,000 remaining. In 12/5, 2,100 to go around. Now, obviously, going very quickly, 11/7, Ray, gets there in plenty of time for Thanksgiving. If you're planning to do prime rib for Thanksgiving instead of turkey.
Yeah.
Or maybe
yes,
in
sir.
addition
And I
to
definitely recommend this, David, for prime rib, right? Everybody loves turkey, but it's nice to have a center of the plate, beautiful prime rib on your table when your guests are coming over. It's nice after many years of being kind of separated, we've all been able to come back together and be together around the table at the holidays. So you want to be able to treat your guests, and most important, your family, right, with something really spectacular. And that's exactly what this prime rib is. And we make it so easy for you, David, right? When you could take that prime rib, put it in the oven, you're cooking it for 30 minutes, and then you're shutting the oven off, and you go hang out with your family, and when that bell rings, it's time to sit down and have a great meal.
Oh, my word. And you talk about a crust. We talk about meat candy on the outside. That butter forms this beautiful crust on the outside of the meat. And then on the inside, you've got this beautiful medium to medium rare consistency or a level of doneness. And really, really beautiful. Again, we're talking about one roast feeding 8 to 10 people. Is that right, Ray?
Yes, David, we say 8 to 12, right? It really all
12.
depends how thick you cut those slices. But each slice, if you're going to cook it for, I would say, 10 people, each slice being about 8 ounces in size, you can't go wrong, David. And that's a generous portion, right? So if you're going to cut it thin because you're serving it with other things, you could probably even feed, more like 14 to 15 people.
My gracious. So very, very special and very popular in this show. Many, many of you are making your choice now. If you're looking to do prime rib, mashed potatoes, maybe some beautiful glazed carrots, or whatever you're serving with your holiday dinner, this is going to be a perfect choice. Don't miss out on that brown gravy, a nice chance for you to add maybe a mushroom gravy to this, or horseradish cream, whatever you've got going on. This is something very, very special. Want to pack a salad with protein? Put slices of prime rib on your salad, and then hit that with some beautiful salad dressing or some more horseradish cream, whatever you like. This is going to be a really, really special, special treat. Don't miss out on this. And again, Ray, with just a minute left, let's talk about that butter preparation method one more time.
Absolutely, David. So we're going to start with our 5-pound prime rib, like you see here, right? You're going to take your vacuum package just like this out of the freezer, put it in your refrigerator, and let it sit there for 2 days, right? You want to let it thaw out under refrigeration with a prime rib, a piece of meat that's this large. Then you're going to take it, you're going to peel that vacuum packaging off, get it on your counter, let it get to room temperature. Along with that prime rib, David, you're going to get our Rastelli signature butter, right? 1 pound of butter with butter garlic, rosemary, thyme, and a lot of different herbs in there that really kind of bring out the notes of this Black Angus beef. Take it with just a little kind of cake baster, and you're going to baste the complete outside of that prime rib from one end to the other, including the bottom if you like, right? Once that's done, put it on your sheet pan, pop it in the oven. You want your oven to be preheated first to 475 degrees. We give you this card because we don't want your guests to open that oven. So at 475 degrees, put the prime rib in there, let it cook for 30 minutes, and then 2 hours later, shut the oven off, or 30 minutes, shut the oven off, 2 hours later, it's ready to go.
So it just continues to cook, and the residual heat does the job for you. I can let you know now that we've taken orders for 1,400 prime ribs are gone. If you want 11/7, Fewer than 900 to go around. And if you want 12.5, 1,900 are all I have left. Ray Rastelli III, it's awfully nice to have you back, sir.
David, thank you for having me, sir. Have a great day.
You have a great day yourself. Thanks so much.